Jesus is again playing with his disciples. The first encounter that he ever has with them, he does a miracle with fish and the very same bit of water after they've just spent a whole night not catching anything. The last miracle that he seems to do for them before he ascends to heaven is the same thing. He does exactly the same miracle. On the same bit of water, when they've just spent a whole night not catching anything, he shouts out, "Oi, have you got any fish?" And he's just spent 3 years with them, so he knows they're really bad at fishing, and he knows the answer is probably no, they haven't. But he asks the question anyway, and they say no. And then, of course, he says, well, chuck your net over, and they pull in a whole load of fish. Jesus knows that you and I are really bad at evangelism. He knows that already. I feel guilty about that a lot of the time, and I forget that he actually knows that about me. He knows you're not very good at witnessing to him. He knows that you're not very good at leading people to Jesus, to himself. Isn't that great? Isn't that a relief? Oh my word, he already knows that about me. The thing that gives me hope is that he seems to be really good at catching people, and he wants to teach us how to do it. That's always the promise that he makes. So I suppose what I'm saying is, as we look to lead people to Jesus around us, maybe your friends or your colleagues or whoever it might be, don't forget Jesus is a key part of that equation. We think, okay, I've got to literally grab you from here, and I've got to take you over here, and he's over here. No. It's that he comes with us, and together as a team, we find the people who are ready to come to know him. Involve Jesus in your witness and in your evangelism and in those relationships with those key people. Talk to him about them. Pray to him about them and start to see miracles happen. He's the one that does the miracles, that brings in the fish. All we got to do is lower the net in. Not only is Jesus interested in catching fish, he's also interested in reassuring and reinstating Peter after his big mistake. And the question that Jesus asked Peter 3 times is a question that he asks us. Do you love me? We don't need to be sorted or perfect or well-dressed or funny or clever. We just need to love him. And if we love him, that's enough. So if you sometimes wonder, am I good enough to serve him? Am I good enough to follow him? Do you love him? That's the question. And if the answer is, I know I'm broken and I know I'm messed up and I know I get everything wrong and I know I'll probably let him down again, but actually, yes, I do love him, then that's all you need, just to love him. And I love the way the gospel ends. It ends with this brilliant little phrase. Where is it? Jesus did many other things as well. If every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for the books that would be written. He hasn't finished yet. There's more he wants to do. There are more people he wants to save, and there are more of us that he wants to use. He is on the move. He can catch the fish. All he's looking for are people that love him to help.